This video shows how a defensive architecture protects me against invasion by the competition. Initially, this is in chapter 3. So the strategy is to protect useful cities by putting in 2 stations in each of those cities, which initially for me is Toledo, which has a sawmill creating lumber which I need to get across to Rock Springs. Initially I couldn't have access to Rock Springs, so my launching point was Chicago, again in which I installed 2 stations in preparation for getting into Rock Springs. When I could, I installed 2 stations in Rock Springs. So if you have an architecture and a plan in advance, you can help protect yourself against the competition. In this case, I installed early on 2 stations in each of those 3 cities to allow me to work westwards as required. I was also required to connect to St. Louis and Louisville, and so initially, of course, I lay a circle connecting those 4 cities. Initially it was only 1 track, but what that did is protect my territory against all of these other railway lines which completely mess up the geography. With 1 circular railway line installed in advance before the invasion, it was very easy to duplicate and then quadruple those tracks where necessary. I didn't have enough money to put 2 stations in these southern cities, but that doesn't matter. You can see I've still got full freedom to do what I like around my circle. When I could, I extended the circle to Rock Island, where I already had 2 stations, and importantly, wherever I've got 2 stations, no competition has come in to mess me up. And that enabled me then to quadruple tracks to create express trains with a bypass around Chicago's 2 stations, another bypass around Rock Island's 2 stations to get out to the west and win at this chapter. The only thing I didn't win at is buying out a competitor. I don't think I've got the balance right. I invest too much in my double stations, so I don't have enough money to buy enough stock in the competition.